Stop! I am a man and I have opinions! Okay, I think we need some context here. Let's start from the beginning. This is Britton Valenti. Yes, like the country. She's bright, funny, loves to cook, and always heads into the day with a smile on her face. We met as office interns and quickly became the best of friends. We are like peanut butter and jelly. When we're together, the weirdness comes out. From our love for movies... What are your opinions about the MCU?
I don't care. Oh, I don't care.
Anime. And our hate for the ending of Game of Thrones.
Why? What was the point? What's the point of the White Walkers?
What can I say? We are dorks and we love it. Also, she's a screenwriter. An award-winning screenwriter. Always working on different projects from web shows, pilots, even her own YouTube channel where she reviews mac and cheese?
Are you okay? I didn't know it had a problem, really. Boy, that's strange.
And another about YouTubers and God?
Now listen, you rich people, weep and wail because of the misery that is coming on you.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm worried about James. I think he wants to build some guillotines.
Honestly, knowing her as much as I do, I can say these are very much on brand. You should check them out. Wink wink, not sponsored. Wink wink. One day, we were hanging out when she revealed to me she has started working on her first ebook series about YouTubers and has been trying to get the word out, but...
David, read what Cindy and the other booktubers don't want to review my ebooks. I don't want to intrude, but do you think you'd be willing to review them on your channel?
I was hesitant. I haven't done an author request review for almost 2 years and have basically sworn off doing them when the last one went... Yeah, not one of my better moments. And I'm not sure if I've really improved from the experience. The last thing on earth I would ever want is to subject that to my best friend.
David, you're overthinking again. I want to hear your opinions. Good or bad, no matter what, we'll always be best friends.
Well...
I promise I'll read all of Beastars.
Okay, I'll do it. For my best friend.
Oh, I can't wait. You're gonna get a real kick out of them. And plus, they're short. Oh, I can't wait for you to read them.
Well, then I better get home and read them as soon as possible. Best friend.
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 Honey, I'm home. Oh, David? What are you doing here?
I read it. I read all of it.
Oh, what did you think?
I have opinions. I'm a man and I have opinions! Okay, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to let you cool down. I'm going to go to the other room and talk about your book, and when I come back, we can talk. Okay? Okay. Don't run away again. Boy, isn't this just a brilliant scenario. Let's review my best friend's book. Oh, the hilarity. Though this is my favorite thumbnail I've made, so worth it? So how do I go about this? How does anyone go about this? Basically, no one knows these books exist, and knowing my background puts me in a damn if I do, damn if I don't situation. Say anything positive? it'll come off that I'm biased trying to sell my best friend's ebook. Available now on Kindle for the low, low price of $2.99. Say anything negative, and I could hurt my friendship for the illusion of being honest. Cause what if I like it? What if I hate it? What if I'm conflicted and can't articulate my points? All this overthinking because of my best friend's self-published ebook series. Did I not mention that? Which just adds another layer to this whole mess. Hot take alert. I don't have high opinions about self-published books. And yes, it's all the shallow reasons you are thinking. They're unregulated, oversaturated, the quality is all over the damn place, and besides, if the books were actually good, a real publisher would have published them. I think my neck gear just grew an inch just saying that. That's the mindset I still haven't unlearned, cause whenever I think self-publish, my mind goes to Wattpad, fanfiction, 50 Shades. But that ignores the fact that with the rise of ebooks, self-publishing has become a viable option for authors to get their work out into the wild, and become successful because of it. And are actually good! I didn't know The Martian was self-published till I looked it up, and I do like a Chuck Tingle cause, duh, butt stuff. And yet, when someone tells me their book is self-published, I mentally roll my eyes cause, oh god, not another one. Honestly, I feel a lot of it just comes from the covers. You can always tell when a book is self-published just based on the cover design, and Britain's books are no different. Simple color background, standard font with an image of a mouse? Is that a mouse? It looks like a mouse. Why is there a mouse on there? 1 second. Hey Britton, what's up with the mouse head on all your covers?
Oh, that's Bluto, her pet bulldog.
That was a dog?
Yeah, in doodle form.
Did you think that was going to come across clearly?
Not all art is literal, David.
Seriously, does that look like a bulldog to you guys? Most of you don't even know what I'm even talking about. I haven't even mentioned the title yet. What kind of a video is this? You think I should finally do my damn job. Okay, this is Gitmo Ammo, an ebook series by Britton Valenti starting back in 2018 that follows Daniel Christopher. Fresh from graduating college, he's moved to LA from his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. Applying to be an unpaid intern with Me Channel, YouTube's biggest multi-channel network. He's failing, but is given a chance when he learns one of their biggest clients is Tracy Russo, aka Gitmo Ammo, YouTube's biggest female Let's Player, who has been dodging her agent over a sponsorship for an energy drink. When Daniel reveals his inner fanboy for her, the agent gives him a test. Get Gitmo to her office and sign the contract, and he gets the unpaid internship. Daniel is starstruck he's about to meet one of his idols, someone he's followed from the beginning, though he tries to keep his expectations in check. No, she's not going to ask about my hopes and dreams. No way will she introduce me to all her YouTube friends. No, we definitely won't become besties overnight. Tries, fails, and learns the hard way why you should never meet your heroes. As Gitmo, like the title of the first book, is a rude gamer girl. A mean, nasty, dirty girl. Literally dirty, not phrasing. And heaven forbid you're a corporate stooge of the capitalist machine. Like, imagine if Tabby from ContraPoints was a Let's Player and is somehow mega popular on YouTube. So her opinions on Daniel are less than low. Leading to her ruining his car, not getting the unpaid internship, and just to add the cherry on top, get him kicked out of his rent house all while filming for a video. Never meet your heroes, kids, because they may realize that you've been a fan of theirs from the beginning and start to feel sorry for you. That maybe they were a jerk, and when that jerk agrees to sign the contract to get you the unpaid internship, you realize she cares about her influence on her fans, not wanting to promote an unhealthy expensive energy drink to kids, leading the two to say screw it and give a middle finger to the man. You corporate pigs! This is the real shit right here! Real YouTube will never die! Numa! And maybe as a way to say sorry, the jerk agrees to let Daniel stay in her apartment, and in return, be her assistant by handling calls, setting appointments, making meals, doing laundry, basically everything else so she can focus solely on making videos. But is that a fair trade having to deal with? Working for this kind of dickish, fairly unhygienic, super flawed human thing. But it's not like he has many options right now, and the jerk does have a heart. Somewhere. So he did indeed become the assistant / maid to Gitmo Ammo. And that's Gitmo Ammo. What happens when a nerdy fan becomes the assistant to a popular gaming YouTuber and her mouse dog, with all the hijinks and shenanigans that come with their conflicting personalities in the crazy world of social media, with each book in the series tackling a different aspect of YouTube culture. Following up in the second book, Dirty Gamer Girl, phrasing, the struggle Daniel goes through working for a popular YouTuber. Tracy worked really hard to only do things when she wanted to. She tended to be kind of a bitch otherwise. To what happens when Daniel finds himself going viral and learning the value of not reading the comments. Is it forced perspective, or is the guy super tiny? He needs a scar for that chicken neck. What a bitch. Pudgy. Skinny? Learning about the underbelly of meal kit services, which, knowing Britain as much as I do, this is very clearly just her ranting about food costs. This costs us $20 to cook at home, and there's no leftovers? To mommy issues when Gitmo's absent mother comes for a visit. Yeah, the series is all over the place, but regardless of how ludicrous some of these plots get, what holds the novellas together is how they affect Daniel and Gitmo. There's a charm seeing the two clash while having to deal with situations well out of their depths, with Daniel learning what adulting really means, to Gitmo's development falling down to, hey, you should do basic human decency.
I can't. I've tried it and I failed.
Why does everyone expect it then?
This dynamic has a very anime feel to it. What with a hapless nerd, living with a tsundere, and all the antics that come with a dynamic. Which, as ridiculous as it will get, and it does, there's a whole underwear scene, and no, it does not go where you think it goes. Spoilers, but we learn Daniel is actually gay. A gay nerd from Cleveland. Where have I heard that before? What I'm getting at is these two help ground the everything else that happens, and seeing them grow and bond is a delight to see. But does that make Gitmo Ammo something worth reading? Well, it's not perfect. The best way I can say it is that it's flawed. Really, really, really flawed. So you mean it's bad? No? Because most of the flaws come down to the mechanics of the writing over the actual content. The big one being the grammatical errors. Just so many grammatical errors, which is a deal breaker in getting someone to buy a self-published book. It's like cliche number one, so I won't blame anyone for passing just because of that. Beyond that though, there are times the book will have one train of thought, moving at a steady pace, only to hit you with a curveball that comes completely out of left field and derails you. Like at one point, you're reading Tracy, aka Gitmo, going over content strategy with games that help feed
The algorithm.
only to, she never thought she'd be thankful for dialogue trees, but reading them took a lot of sweet time. Tracy wondered if she ever got murdered, how long people would show up at her house. Excuse me? And don't get me started on the epilogues. At the end of each book, there's an epilogue that focuses on a minor character in that story. Usually for a fun gag, they're mostly fine and harmless. But then there's book 3 that's in a whole other genre. Like a weird Star Trek parody that has no place in this slice of life comedy. Actually, hey Britton, what was up with book 3's epilogue?
Oh, I just thought it'd be cool to see the perspective of her zit getting popped from the inside out. And so I imagined it as a tiny starship with a full crew.
Why?
Because of, like, Star Trek?
It kinda came out of nowhere?
Yeah, that's why it's funny.
Humor is subjective.
Make sure you mentioned I use non-gendered pronouns for that epilogue. And I'm woke.
Then there are the times the book loses track with who we're following as it flips between Dan and Gitmo that you find yourself rereading segments just to understand what's going on, as well as the book not really following through on plot points. Like after Daniel goes viral, he decides to start his own blog about YouTubers, but we don't really see this blog. It's brought up several times with no tangible effect. His blog not hold on. Hey Britton, how do you pronounce this?
Not a tuber, really? Okay, that's on you.
Fair.
Boomer.
Has. So, why am I not saying the series is outright bad? It seems like there's plenty to mock, and in any other context, I probably would have trashed these books for the sake of entertainment. But remember what I said. Most of these are mechanical flaws. In other words, they're fixable that would barely change the content within. Even with them, there are moments the series shine. Like in book 4, you feel a real sense of dread as Daniel and Gitmo wander around a meal kit company, which after book 3's epilogue, you're just expecting anything to happen at that point. To book 5, which features some of the most emotional moments in the series about why Gitmo is distant with her mother. They are not perfect, they are flawed, but there are moments the writing still shines. Though, I wonder. Hey Britton, why did you want to write the series anyway?
Oh, I guess I just find YouTube culture really fascinating. You know, there's not many industries where you can be like a 17 or 18-year-old and suddenly get really famous and really wealthy really fast. And it's an actual job, so even after you're really famous and really popular, you still have to keep plugging away and grinding and working at it. And I think the juxtaposition of having a really strenuous day job with also being absurdly popular as well as having a lot of money creates a nice little ecosystem for drama to happen. And, you know, the real life trouble that actual YouTubers get themselves into is really fascinating. Honestly, I'm really surprised that more people aren't making content just about being a YouTuber.
So here's where I'll leave you. I'm not going to tell you whether you should or shouldn't get the books, but I'm not going to say they are bad. They are flawed. Flawed because this is Britton's first foray into narrative writing. This is her trying something new and different, and I love her just constantly trying new things. Could they be better? Yes. In the state they are, they won't change their mind about self-published writing. Though with some of the professionally published books I've read, they could be way worse. Perspective is everything. But most of all, it would feel hypocritical for me to trash this self-published series when this is a self-published series. What is YouTube but just a giant self-publishing factory for video content? And honey, I know for a fact I had some real growing pains to get through. Some of my old videos are just yikes. So what right do I have to hate on a series with mostly fixable flaws? Gitmo Ammo is a fascinating but flawed work. It's not for everyone, but I'm personally curious to see what Britton will do with it next. Maybe he's biased, maybe he's trying to provide nuance. The rest, I leave up to you. Okay, Britton, so here's what I have to say.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry you didn't like Gitmo Ammo. I honestly put off asking you for a year because I didn't want to exploit our best friendship. You put so much work into your channel, and I just wanted to put the same amount of work into my novellas, but I guess I failed.
What are you talking about? I think Gitmo Ammo is good for what it is. You got a decent concept and fun characters, though I think your story could have used another pass to help out with the pacing, the delivery of some information, the grammar. Really, it's just the grammar. But it's clear you have a lot of fun writing them, and I think if you let a beta reader or two give it a look through, you can evolve the series to its full potential. It's flawed, but it's beautiful because of it.
Then what were you doing in my house in the dark?
Oh, your husband let me in. I sent you a message. Didn't you receive?
Oh, my phone was dead, like it always is.
Oh,
And what was with the sinister tone and saying, I have opinions?
I didn't say that. I said, oh, I read it. I read all of it. And I have to say... Stop! I am your friend! Why are you running?
Oh, I may have let my thoughts get the best of me. Also, I broke my glasses, so now I'm just pretty, not smart.
Classic comedy of errors could happen to anyone. So, what do you say? Are we still best friends?
Best friend.
Best friends!
So you really did enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I'm really curious to see where you'll take it next.
Well, if you're curious, I do have book 6 in the works, and that's where Tracy and Daniel go to a furry convention. Furry convention. Furry convention. Furry convention.
Furry convention? Daniel is from Cleveland. He's a nerd. He's awkward with skinny arms. He's revealed to be gay and is now a furry. Oh my god. Daniel is... Oh, Britain.
What?
One last question. Who was your inspiration for Daniel? The skinny-armed gay nerd who's a furry from Cleveland?